And there we are.
Happy Monday night, everyone. It sure is good to see all of you. Thanks for coming. We're really happy to talk about cruising tonight.
And I was checking to make sure that the audio was working. So, okay. So if you hear me say, if you hear an echo for an instant, it's gone now.
So it's good to see you. And right off, we've got Tim and Cindy with us, and Hetty is on the Volendam, starting off her magnificent pole to pole. Oh my goodness!
Oh, that is
really
so
happy.
exciting.
We're at sea day on day 3 of 133 days. You only have 130 left. Wow, Hetty. Hope you have just the time of your life.
Yeah.
I hope it's even more than you hope for. I really do.
That'll go quick.
Had to upgrade to premium Wi-Fi. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh. But you know what? I think you'll find it handy. I noticed on Holland America.
Yes, we are worth it.
You didn't mean that. But thanks, Hetty. We're really happy to see you. Really happy. So, and Matt's here. Curtis, Drew and the guy do not make me interested in cruising MSC. You know what, Curtis? Me either. No. Me either. And so... Yeah. And the reason that I knew to say in my video that like 2.5 million people watch her, I said to Gordon, I'm like, who are they going after with this? Yeah. Because clearly with doing it during the Super Bowl, they want anybody watching the Super Bowl, which that's a really broad audience, isn't it? But I thought, who's going to care about Drew and Orlando? So I don't, but you know me. Clearly y'all don't either.
Well, and she and I got talking, and you know, she posed the question that she's posed to you, who would, you know? And I said, well, if she was in a commercial for Princess, that'd sure make me want to go more often.
He would. So, but it's kind of fun to think about. Gordon was telling me the comments really quick, and he said somebody put Tom Hanks. That would make them maybe want to go on a cruise.
And somebody else said no one.
We already know what we're doing, don't we? So nice to, it's really, thanks for saying that, Curtis. It's nice to hear what everybody thinks. David and Christy, I know we're going to be on the Panama Canal cruise like a month from now. We'll be well on our way. So
we are so excited.
Oh, and you know what? I should have brought it. I'll show it in my video tomorrow. I found a really good book, and tomorrow I'll show it and link it. But I ordered 3 books off of Amazon about going through the Panama Canal. This is really funny. One of them is this small one. It's supposed to be like more for kids, but sometimes they have interesting things. So I got it.
I like that.
But it had several things wrong, including a wrong map.
Yeah, it did.
And so we decided that's not worth it. And then there's this
other one. I called it
one.
The Cliff Notes for David McCullough's book.
It's worse than that.
Yeah, it is.
It's like tiny. But at any rate, but there is this one book that the guy goes through, and I guess he is someone who has joined the person that the Panamanian tour guide that comes on board and does the commentary. He has like actually joined him on the bridge before. Himself, really good. We thought it was really interesting. We've read a bunch of it and are enjoying it. So I'll show you that tomorrow. Yeah. If I could even remember the name, I would just say it, but it's kind of.
I can look it up.
It's okay. I'll just show you tomorrow.
So watch for tomorrow's video.
Let's see. Yeah. But anyway, I'm so excited, really excited. And Sue and Phil, nice to have you with us from nice, warm Central Florida. It's still cold here. So Mike and Nancy, sure is good to see you both. And Lori, we've got Doug in Simi Valley. He leaves for the Sun Princess in 4 days. 4 days. Oh, good. My goodness. Sailing in the Caribbean. Oh, I'm so excited, Doug. When you get back, you're going to have to tell us what you thought, because we're really excited. And Kay, hi there, Kay. Seeing Kay's name reminds me, or an email, but it brings us over to the fact that we have not been able to get a hotel in Galveston to say that
she asked the question later.
Okay, to have a group of rooms. Yeah. No, nobody wants to, and it's because it's like one lady told me when I called. She's like, "We are full all the time. We don't have to do that." I said, "Okay, so we're going to stay at the Hampton Inn and Suites Galveston." We made a reservation, and we're going to stay there. So anybody else that wants to stay at the same hotel, you're welcome to. And then we're going to, of course, just take an Uber over to the port the next morning and get on the ship. So if you don't stay at the same hotel, it's okay. If you do, what we'll do is, I don't know if we'll figure out somewhere for dinner or something. We'll figure that out because I know people will be arriving at all different times. We'll probably get there. It would have to be a slightly later dinner, just depending
Yeah,
on
because
how
the
long.
flights don't get in till
Ours gets
late
in
afternoon.
at
Yeah.
3 something, I think. And then you have to get your luggage and get down there. So
Yeah.
we'll figure it out. But that's where we're staying, Hampton Inn and Suites. Linda and Ray.
And that's talking about the Love Boat cruise in November.
Yeah, so if you want to come, there's still room on that
three
ship.
other group cruises before that. So
We do.
Yeah, we
have
the
we do. I remember
Barcelona round. Oh, thumbs up, everybody. The Barcelona Star Princess
inaugural. So
Mm-hmm.
this is Star Princess inaugural.
Yep, and we're
excited.
doing British Isles. Oh, along with British Isles, I decided I'd wear one of my patty caps. One we got
just
in
taking
Scotland.
Control here.
Well, you told me I needed to
house?
talk more. No, I just wanted to wear it right now. I won't wear it the whole night. I just wanted to show them.
Okay.
I love these. These are me.
So we're gonna
keep my head warm.
It is. He wears those in the wintertime. He wears the ones like that. In the summertime, he wears the more cotton ones.
This is my SPF 100.
It does. It keeps them from getting sunburned.
Yeah.
And it keeps them warm in the wintertime. Yeah. So Ray and Linda say it's 46 in Charlotte. Oh my goodness. So they can't wait to board the Coral and sail to our mother. So Gordon and I were looking up the temperatures. And the other day what was in
Puerto Vallarta, it was 92.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was warm everywhere else he looked. And it got warmer further down, further south you go. So it's going to be nice. It'll be really nice and warm. We're excited. So and Linnea, so good to see you.
Packing my shorts and got my old man socks. So I will fit right in.
Yeah.
Right.
Thanks. You have to negotiate with Gordon. At least I do. I do that on behalf of all of you. And on behalf of me and the children. So
yeah, if any of our kids are watching right there, they're just going, yeah, there's Dad.
So Angela, nice to see you. Thank you very much. I'm feeling like almost back to normal. I'm trying to figure out why my voice has taken so long. But Kathy, really good to see you as well, my dear. And Bruce. Oh, and there's Lee. Hi there, Lee. Let's see. Oh, Tim and Ray and Linda and Cindy. Yeah, you guys are both on the group cruise. Yes. And Becky from San Diego. Nice to have you with us. And Susan, I'm never forgetting ever that you came to our live from Tony's. Thank you. You have a place in my heart. So, and she's from Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. So I saw a lady on Instagram talking about a Mississippi pot roast, where you put your pot roast, whatever piece of meat you want, in your crock pot, and then you put in an envelope of ranch seasoning. Excuse me.
Your water's right there.
Followed by an envelope of like French onion soup mix. And then you put on, she said, so I've heard this 2 different ways from people, like 10 pepperoncini peppers, or dump the whole jar and then let it slow cook in your crock pot all day long. And that it's supposed to be the best thing you've ever had. And so I've heard of it before, people doing it here without the ranch. I've heard it with the French onion soup. So anyway, tell us, Susan, what we need to know about that. If that's something we should all be doing, or if you have a tip for us. So I just thought of that when I thought of you with Mississippi. And Connie, good to see you, and Michael.
So Carrie is joining us with the Sky Princess.
I saw you there in the hot tub today.
Good old port day for you. So
it's nice to have you with us, Carrie.
And Kay and Susan are talking back and forth.
Alrighty.
Code 4 for Life. Happy to have you with us.
Nice to see you guys.
Make sure you check out their channel.
Yeah, absolutely. Code 4 for Life is just as you see it there. So they're going to be taking us with us. And there's Cruising for One. Hey, Jeffrey. Let's see.
I loved your analysis of the cruise industry. I put a comment. If I'm right about my prediction, it means the Sphere class will be a white elephant. Unless venues are changed.
Unless the venues are changed. So you know what else I see, people? Thank you very much, Jeffrey. I sure appreciate that. One thing that I see repeatedly, even people that really like the Sun Princess don't like how it's set up. They think it's weird, and I agree that you have to walk down like hallways that have like passenger cabins to get between some of the venues on board the ship. That is weird. It's like whoever designed it hadn't been on a cruise before, Do you know what I mean? I don't mean that mean.
No, it
Like,
makes sense.
It's like whoever designed my dishwasher, they don't do dishes. Do you know? It's the things like that.
Yeah.
It's the little things that, like,
Our
they don't
daughter
think
was
you can
looking
tell.
at a minivan, and she says, whoever has designed this minivan
Do not have
has
kids.
never had kids in a
Yeah.
minivan.
But at any rate, thanks for saying that, Jeffrey. Thank you. It is going to be interesting to see what happens. And I'm going to be honest, when Princess released and said that they were having like the same dining venues, and having Spellbound, Love by Brito, and now on the Star, I was actually surprised. I thought they were going to do something a little bit more original.
Mhm.
And I also, well, clearly Park 19 is not going to even make, even try to make an appearance on that ship, which is a step forward. But I really had thought maybe that they would
get a couple of extras, something different.
Yeah, do something different to kind of like differentiate between the two ships. And I don't know, it's probably just the whatever it is in me, but I was kind of hoping that they would decide or like learn a little bit from the Sun. And I know you can't like redo a whole ship that's already a little bit under construction, but I don't know. It is going to be interesting. It'll be really interesting, and it'll be fun to see what they announce when they decide to do another ship. Now, Holland America and Princess, neither one have a ship on order.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting place
and
to be.
Like with the Spellbound that you talked about, that's very unique dining venue. I mean, that's a one-of-a-kind thing. And there are other restaurants around the country, around the world, that are one-of-a-kind things that
they could have brought something new.
Yeah, they could have brought something different. Not to knock the magic, not to knock Spellbound. We truly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But you would think that there just might be something. Okay, we did great with this one. Let's get the next one and bring something else. But
we don't do cruise ships either. We're not like charge of bringing anything.
We're not the
online.
experts, I guess. We don't know anything about cruising.
Gordon, would you stop it? I meant that sincerely.
No,
I meant really and truly. That's not our job to make things like that work. So it's probably harder than we thought. Yeah. I don't know what's happening with my hair. Sorry, everybody. Let's see. Justine, so nice to see you. And Loviz Life, good to have you here too. Let's see.
Yeah, that was everybody.
Everybody's talking to each other. Okay.
Bill, Biggerstaff.
And Renee, good to see you too. And Cheryl, you and Dale, nice to have you with us.
Josephine.
So Cheryl sent me the flyer for that polka cruise. So then I was deciding, well, do we have to join that group? We can't join that group. We can polka. Then maybe those polka people wouldn't like somebody doing another group thinking we were going to learn to polka. I don't know. Cheryl, tell us what you think. Irish and USA. It's always so nice to see you. Thanks for coming. Thank you.
And we're still mulling over how to do a disco one. I've got a white polyester suit.
Oh, yeah, we're working on that. Not forgot. Hey, Wendy, how are you doing? Hope you're doing okay. I think of you a lot. And Gary and Edith, so nice to see you. It's warming, Central Virginia, 60 by Wednesday. Oh, that sounds lovely. I'm glad you get to be where it's warming up. So good to have you come and join us too. Thanks so much. And Melody, good to see you, Melody. Let's see. Tim and Cindy are staying at the Hampton Inn as well.
Good.
Thanks, Sue and Phil. Let's see. Joseph and Christy. Mary, we were worried Gordon had you locked away somewhere. Yeah, I guess so. I officially went to the doctor and had a bacterial infection and a viral infection, I guess you would say. So I've had medicine, I've had antibiotic, still taking it. So hopefully the rest will get better.
Yeah.
So thanks. Let's see.
Here's a question.
Irish in USA says, we are considering the MSC Yacht Club. If anybody has feedback, speak right up. The people that I know that have been on the yacht club love it. Apparently it is like a night and day experience between the yacht club and the regular sailing on MSC. So people even that have gone on MSC and not been crazy about it, they do that yacht club and it's a different story. So I know, and they've got that beautiful World America coming. Their ships are beautiful, beautiful ships. Everybody says their ships are beautiful. And I've watched videos and looked at them and everything, but nothing has really tempted me until that World Europa came out. And I think part of it is where she sails, but part of it is how extraordinary that ship is supposed to be. So with the World America coming, we should figure this out.
Yeah.
Maybe we can do that.
Is that coming in 27?
No, she's coming like April 12th, 2025.
Oh,
It's her
this year.
inaugural. I talked
Oh.
about her today.
Well,
My editor doesn't know.
Well, it was the ship that's coming to Canaveral.
That's in 27,
Right.
28. Yeah, but April 12th is the world.
Mind.
So anyway, I do want to try that. And we have to go to Florida in November anyway. So I don't know if we could figure that out with it. So yes, everybody give Irish and USA feedback if you've been in that yacht club. So Jody says, still working and listening. Thanks so much, Jody. How are you doing, sweetie pie? It's good to see you. If you're doing okay. Let's see. Yep. I'd answered that about the block of reservations. So everybody just call. Yeah, just call and make your reservation or online. So Gordon, I looked at our reservation just before this because I was wondering. He got us a king room and it's $205.56 for 2 people. So that gives you a ballpark on how much it costs. And he booked it straight with Hilton.
I always use their Hilton website.
So let's see. And then find us here. So good to see you, Terry. Nice to have you with us. Let's see. And Susan and Yuki from Seattle. We got a question here. How long do you think current prices are sustainable? A 2025 Alaska cruise is at least double what it cost in 2023. So here is what I think.
As long as they're buying.
Well, exactly. And I think it's for the foreseeable future, to be truthful, because 2025 is so booked. Gordon, I would tell you when we're going in 2025 to Alaska, but I'm not convinced about what we chose yet. So, and final payment's coming up if we're doing it. So I got to make up my mind. And so, but looking at the price for that, it's up. But I had to we'd find a cruise tour I liked and it would be sold out and all waitlisted. So having said that, 2025 is so booked and so sold. And when you start looking at 26, it's starting to be booked quite a bit too. Yeah. And so I think as long as people pay it, and I like I was saying before, I don't know how long this is going to last, but as long as you have enough people that will pay those prices, kind of the same thing goes for airplane tickets, right? Airplane tickets are so expensive. I'm going to pop out to Boston and see our family next week there, and it's costing the earth. I end up taking a red eye one direction just so that it won't be $1,000. And so I think it's for a long time. So I think that I've been thinking about how to do a video on this and how you should look at your finances, at least how we look at ours, and how you can kind of think of what you're going to be willing to pay. But one thing I've noticed is I am paying more for things than I ever thought I would. And that ranges from at the grocery store to a cruise, and everything else in between. So I don't say what you guys think. How long do you think it's going to hold? But I think it's for a while. I think there's enough people that want to go. And I think that there are people that give up one thing to have another. So they'll take something out of their budget and go without that so they can do the cruise. Right. And so then they'll end up paying what's being asked. That's what I think. So yeah, say what you guys think and how you do that. So Diane, sure is good to see you. Thanks for coming. Let's see.
60-second commercial for the Super Bowl is $14 million.
I know. Does that floor you? Yeah, 60 seconds. So clearly they have a lot of people captive during that time, and they'll be advertising. So it'll be interesting to see if that impacts MSC booking or not. Yeah. Let's see. Heather says, just back from cruising on the Sun. She was beautiful, even had the honor of meeting Emil and Lori.
Oh, good.
That's really nice. Yeah. Good. I think your picture's in our Facebook group, Heather. You're beautiful. It's really nice to get to see you here as well. Thanks for coming. So thanks, Tammy. Yes, give me a call. Absolutely. Thanks, Tammy. I would love for you to call you. Just call me when you're ready. That would be great. Thank you. So Carrie says he's in for destinations and weather. So 39 days out. Holly's going to be on her Navigator of the Season, 39 days.
That's wonderful.
That's just around the corner. James just returned from the Sun Princess. Loved the ship.
Cruise Director Cole.
And Cruise Director Cole.
There you go.
You know what? We had Cruise Director Cole on what ship?
Was it on Discovery?
I think
Yeah.
so. So it's nice. So now cruise director Jason is the one on the Discovery because I
Okay.
follow him on Instagram. He's really fun to follow. Let's see. Gina says she and Michael are going to go on the Discovery to Mexico in February.
So you'll have Jason. Yeah.
That'll be really nice. That Jason
That's
looks
next
like
month.
he is fun. He is something else. I think it's going to be fun to be on a cruise with him. Yeah. I've been thinking I need to ask you this in a video, but you guys are here. So like, what is the way that like a cruise director has impacted your cruise the most, do you think? Or are you somebody that even cares who the cruise director is? Tell me what you think. I think that's kind of a fun thing to talk about because you know what? We have been on cruises both ways. We've been on ones before that we don't hear a lot from the cruise director other than when they pop on the overhead speaker or like at the beginning of a show. And other times they have been the life of the party and just made it so fun. So which Gina and Michael, it looks like that's what that Jason guy is. So you should hopefully have a fun time. So Dina, good to see you. Let's see. Oh,
well, that lady they had on the Love Boat, she really made, to me,
she
made
did a very,
difference.
very nice job. She did on the Love Boat cruise on the Enchanted. She did a lovely job. New England. She did a really good job. She sure did. Yeah. And Code 4 for Life said they had great narration on board their back-to-back Panama Canal cruise. So that's good. We are so excited about that day. So excited. And now because of that book, I feel like I'm more well prepared. Like we were taking notes on like what side to look at to see what, all of these things. So we're excited. So Madi, good to see you at Sizzling 40s. What is it here right now? Oh, it's 29. That's not too bad. So, Irish and USA likes your hat.
A bunch of them like my hat.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, I'll just wear it for another.
He does this, and then every time we go there, I'm always like, I think you need another one.
I probably got
he actually wears them.
Of them. Yeah,
he wears them all the time. Yeah. So, Tim has a hat like that too. Hello, Francine from Sarasota. You know what? Someday, just go over to the Ringling Museum, the art museum, and sit down and enjoy for me, would you? That's what I always think of when I think of Sarasota. I just love going there and over to just it's so pretty there. Yeah. Deidre's laughing at us both. Thank you very much.
Well, so Tim's telling me, don't forget the sandals with my socks.
Don't say that, Tim.
I don't know.
He'll do it.
No, I won't. No, I won't.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I don't have any sandals. I don't want any sandals.
Oh, you mean flip-flops?
I have flip-flops.
I thought that's what you meant.
No.
He would do let's see. Thank you, Sandy and Mike. It's good to see you guys. I need to give you a call or call me tomorrow if you have a minute, Sandy. I don't want to interrupt your world as well. Joy, it's good to see you. Oh, thank you so much, Christy. Like, subscribe, comment, and share.
There you go.
Exactly. Did you know that like under a video where you see that share thing, you can click on that. You can email it to somebody. You can post it on another social media venue. Like if you want to tell people like on Facebook about it or something. So there's like all these options. So thanks very much. So Renee and Bill and everybody are about ready to leave on Wednesday. I have not forgotten Renee. I submitted that request again, just so you know. Kathy's made that recipe for the Mississippi.
Oh, there you go.
Roast several times. I am glad.
And Dina says, I'm not sure about the whole jar of peppers.
Okay, we'll do this. I'll just do the 10. There's something our daughter makes in the in her Instant Pot that I think it's using pork though that she puts in a whole jar. I'll get that recipe for us too.
Yeah,
this is not a cooking show, I know, but when something's good, it's worth mentioning. So HRVOJE says, I was wondering if it was wise designing both the sun and the star simultaneously instead of building the sun and getting feedback. Yeah, I know. Maybe they got like a little bit better rate at the Fincantieri shipyard. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you consider the Royal class ships, they're very, very similar. However, they were not as much of a break off from the previous design. They were just kind of bigger and more of the same stuff. But the sun and the star, yeah, you've got the different placement of the buffet, you've got the sphere, you've got the what's the theater in the round, just a lot of stuff.
The arena, the dome.
Just a lot of stuff that's different that yeah, without getting any feedback between.
Yeah. Okay, everybody stop. I'm so excited. Co4 for Life says, do we have room for them to join us on our Star Princess Alaska cruise? Yes. And we would be very, very honored.
2026.
So honored.
Yes.
Yeah. Send me an email and I'll send you my phone number. Yeah. Thank you. We would love to have you. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So see everybody. Okay, now everybody's going to want to come. But yeah, our Star Princess group cruise is June 21st. And it's on the Star Princess. It's round trip Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
It does not go to Glacier Bay. I'll just tell you that now. Princess is taking advantage of having a brand new ship. And she's not going to Glacier Bay, but you want to know what? It's going to be epic, because how often does Princess have a brand new ship and they bring her to Alaska for season out? She's brand new in October and she'll be in Alaska this coming up season. That's huge. And so we not only get to see Alaska, but we get to enjoy the ship. So yeah, we'd love to have you. So, and now we have guest celebrities. And so, yeah, if you end up if you can come, we'd love to have you along with, anybody else, but it's going to be really fun. This last year, we don't have a group in Alaska this year because I kind of just dragged my feet and wasn't sure what to do. But last year, Alaska was just wonderful with our group. We had a really nice time. Some of the best dinner conversation ever. So it's really good to have everyone.
And I couldn't remember what they were doing instead of Glacier Bay, and it's that they're doing the Endicott Arm and Dawes Glacier Scenic Cruise.
Yeah, but it still goes to Juneau and Skagway and Ketchikan. So in Victoria, we're supposed to get there at 7, and I've not heard of any changes. So hopefully we really will get there that early. So.
Yeah, and that's part of it, because normally they've not been getting there till 9 o'clock at night, and you can't do anything.
Yeah, so this will be nice. Last year we just got off the ship, like very last minute. We weren't even going to, and then we decided. I said, "Well, we're here."
Yeah.
So we hopped off and just walked around the port and got gone. So, Susan says she does 1 packet of au jus, a packet of dry ranch, a stick of butter, and as many pepperoncini as you like. And there you have the real thing. Go. Thank you, Susan. Thank you. I got to remember the stick of butter. Butter makes everything better.
Yes.
Thanks. Let's see. What else was I going to let's see. What was another comment?
Thoughts on the sun are same as ours. They can change and adapt.
That's true. Yeah. They could. John, sure good to see you and Donna. Thanks for coming. We appreciate it.
So Irish and USA asking any hotel recommendations for Barcelona.
Thanks for saying that, by the way, Wendy. I don't eat a lot of meat either unless it's like really, really good.
Yeah.
So thank you. So hotel recommendations. Well, forever we have said how much we like the Ibis. It's like Ibis, Barcelona Centro, Sagrada Familia, because it's right over by the Sagrada Familia, which I think is perfectly located, because not only are you close to the Sagrada Familia, you have the park and like shopping and eating places right handy there.
Right.
It's really safe. When I went by myself in September, I stayed there and I was not afraid for a minute. And felt good about that. There's also a Marriott that's not too far from there. It's really handy to walk. Like you can walk to the metro from there. We've done that.
And where the Sagrada Familia is where it's a hop on, hop off.
Yep, where the hop on, hop buses originate. And so there's 2 different companies that do that there. And so that's really easy to pick up.
That park's a lot of fun. They have a lot of people.
It is a really nice park, and it has benches, and it's got like some eating places.
Some nice little vendors, yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice area. I really like it. And so when we've done that before, we have gone over to Las Ramblas from there and walked around and done all the sightseeing along that. But I just, as far as like somewhere to stay, I really much prefer that area. So that's.
And when you need a taxi,
they come really quick.
Because if you're going to be going to the port
or the airport,
they'll bring you they'll get you a taxi. They stop right in front. And same thing if you're disembarking and you stay overnight before, and they'll get you to the airport. What is about 25 minutes, I think, to the airport?
Maybe something like that. It's not long. And when you get off the ship in Barcelona, there are always a million taxis. We've done that quite a few times now. Always so many taxis.
All these little yellow tiny taxis.
No, they have big ones too.
No, yeah.
And so, in fact, when we were figuring out what we're going to do when we get off the ship in October in Barcelona, because it's round trip, and it'll be really handy just to go to the airport.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where we like to stay. I want to think it's like a Marriott Cotton hotel. I could be wrong, but There's a Marriott right over there too. We did
I
in
can look
time.
real quick.
So Mark P just got back from 2 weeks on the sun. Awesome first week, except their group all got sick the second week, as well as what seemed like half of the ship, including staff. I'm so sorry. Like coughing, like a cold type thing, or more like norovirus.
Yeah, that's too
I'm
bad.
sorry to hear that. This is such a brutal winter as far as illness goes. It seems like everybody is getting something, doesn't it? Whether you're staying home, whether you're going somewhere. So, yeah, I hate to say it. I could see that happening, though. Yeah. So hopefully it'll be a nice warm spring and have not so much going around, more healthy people. But I'm really sorry. I hope you're feeling better by now, though, Mark. Sorry. Let's see. Cruising for When. Jeffrey says Sea Lake Journeys has a really good review on the Yacht Club. There you go, Elaine.
Good.
Sea Lake Journeys. So Carrie says 800 Knitters cruise last week has given way to 700 Irish dancers cruise this week. Oh my gosh, I can't hang out in the Take 5 at night. Are they all doing like they're dancing? That's really fun. It must be the season. It's January. It's a really good time for group cruises because like generally cruises in January cost a little bit less. Not always. Like look at how much some of those cruises are like on the Sun.
Well, so Jeffrey says river dance, Irish dancers. I saw that. So I have we're reading our comments here.
Gordon wants to river dance.
So there's a lot to the river dance. Cloggers.
Oh, our daughter used to clog.
Yeah. She's not the only one.
Let's see. Carrie says he thinks they might break through the 5th floor. I like, what did Hetty say? She said something cute. She's like, wild times.
Melody says, post the video and join them.
Oh, there you go.
I want to see Carrie doing some river dance.
Oh my gosh. You know what? If they had like river dance lessons for adults, I would so be enrolled. I would love that. When our Gordon was very tight, when our Caroline did clogging, they so you had this whole class of girls doing this.
Clogging is the Rocky Mountain version of river dance.
I don't know. Well, no, they do it in the South.
Yeah.
But at any rate, they probably do it in lots of places.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, so there were some moms that wanted to do it too. And so we did. It was just the funnest time.
And they won. They won an award.
So when the kids would go to like a competition, pretty soon our teacher was signing us up. It was just plain fun. It was just really, really fun.
I wish I'd had the same video camera I have now.
Yeah, it was just a lot of fun.
Gotten more. You would be seeing a lot.
No, we wouldn't. Let's see. Go for life would rather have 800 knitters than 700 river dancers.
Well, maybe we should do a river dance or a clogging instead of disco.
No.
I think we could.
Honey, nothing can take the place of disco.
That's true.
Yeah. So Chris Moss, nice to have you with us. He's got 53 days until his discovery. Heard that Mazatlan is an industrial port. It is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have these little trams there in Mazatlan. And by the way, all of you, thank you for all of the comments that you leave under my videos. It helps everybody. Mm-hmm. So I mentioned that Mazatlan is, and they have a little tram. It doesn't cost. You just get on the tram. If you want to give a tip, of course, everybody has, the chance to tip these days, but they just take you over to the little terminal building that has some vendors in there, and you walk out from there, and you can do shopping if you want, or go where you want to go from there. Yeah. So, but Mazatlan is, and it's really kind of fun. Everybody was bringing to mind all these places, there's a lot of places that are, industrial ports, and it's really nice that they'll accommodate cruise ships. So, Belinda, good to have you with us.
Because in the video where she talked about it, I included a clip of the Mazatlan little tram. So, and he's asking if it's accessible. They'll have a way for you to get out. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
In fact, I seem to remember a couple of people with wheelchairs that they did. They have a little ramp that they have one of the trams that's actually larger.
That they can accommodate that.
So they had to go up on a ramp and then they snap you in.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, look, and Lori says that they have her mom uses a walker, and they had a step she used to help her get on. Yeah, the guy hops right out, and he's got a step like for anybody can use.
Oh, yeah.
To hop up there. So, thank you, Sandy and Mike. She's like, Cole was on the Eclipse cruise in April. Thank you for saying that. He did a really good job. So, Bonnie says she was on 2 cruises with Jason and that he has a lot of fun. So the captain and chief engineer on the Sky are the ones that Carrie had last March. So, and so Sue and Phil got Cole on the Discovery as well to Alaska. Let's see. Oh, Hetty is saying, so she's on the Volendam. The Zuiderdam is doing the World Cruise. So they get to meet in April in Barcelona. How fun is that? We'll be able to visit each other's ship. Now that's going to be cool. I'm excited to see your pictures from that, Hetty. That's going to be really nice. Pam says they just got off the Discovery and Jason was there. Cole is on the Sun, Ray says. It's just exciting, isn't it? Let's see. Gina says it'll be nice to meet a new cruise director. Cole was fun. It's always fun to meet someone. It is, because it seems like they all bring their own kind of, they can all be fun, but it's like their own brand of magic kind of that they bring in their way of doing things. Let's see. Billy Russell Travels. Yes, we have a group. We are doing the Love Boat cruise out of Galveston. Sails November 16th this year on the Regal. So yeah,
let me put the link up for it.
So if anybody still wants to go, there are still cabins left. We'd love to have you join us. So just send me an email. Would love to have you. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Oh, Sandy and Mike said they love Duval. Me too. He is the one who was the Love Boat, the first Love Boat one that we went on in October of 2023. So you went on without me. Yeah. But that
was the Loveless
he
boat.
Is so good, and he's, like I've said, he's the guy that did the lives like on YouTube with Jan Schwartz during COVID.
Yes.
He's really good. Really, really good. So let's see. Belinda says they've never sailed out of Galveston, but here the transportations to the hotels is limited to cabs and Uber. So Princess runs shuttles as well, Belinda, and everybody who's listening.
Well, she's wondering about from the hotels, are there shuttles?
Oh, that I don't know. I'd have to tell you.
I think that depends on the individual hotels.
Probably.
I don't know. I would assume there may be.
I am really not. This is really funny. I am really not a hotel shuttle person. And I'm going to tell you why.
Yeah.
It's because they usually go later than I want to go. You have to wait around if somebody's being late, and I am not a waiter. And
they'll go usually to a number of hotels.
They do. Some of them will leave, this hotel, go to that hotel and pick up something, then they go to that one. And I just don't have that in me. And the other thing is like for example, in Fort Lauderdale, when we stayed at, was it that
the Hilton Garden Inn, the first one?
It was like $20 a person. Mm-hmm. So there would have been $40 for the two of us, which
we just got
Uber
a
to the
taxi.
Port. No, we got that Uber, that little red car. Day? Remember that guy? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was like $15 over to the port, and we could go what time we wanted to go. So that's just what I like to do. And so I do want to say, I was talking to Tim and Cindy today, and they have done their research on the saltwater moms, and they say they don't have insurance. So like as a transportation company would have. And so we're going to just do an Uber from the hotel down to the hotel. I'm from the airport down to the hotel. And then the morning of the cruise, we'll do an Uber over,
we'll just
taxi, whatever sees.
Yeah.
And then that's what we're going to do, because that just suits me.
It works.
But it does not mean if doing the hotel shuttle is your thing, just do it. And I think part of it impacts where you're going from, right? People talk about the Crown Point there by the cruise port in San Pedro, having the shuttle over. It seems like that one works really smoothly. So, that's probably a good option. So, yeah. Let me know if you have any other questions. You got all that just from saying that. Yeah. So I would say, Belinda, and anybody else wondering, call the hotel you're looking at staying at, and they'll tell you if they have a shuttle or not. So Yeah. Oh, thanks so much, Christy and David.
Bringing up.
Said Gina, you should meet and eat in the Crown Grill with Sunny.
Right.
So Sunny, who was our fabulous waiter for the last few nights there on the
Discovery Princess.
Discovery in Alaska, he is now moved up. So he's in the Crown Grill. David and Christy tracked him down, bless them. And when they were just barely on the Discovery. And he's just as amazing as ever. And so definitely go ask for him. I would book a cruise on the Discovery. Maybe that's what we should do since I can't figure out Alaska.
Is just go
sooner and go on that.
Whatever.
At any rate,
we are going to review Alaska this evening again.
So when I said to him today, not really excited about that. He said, well, why are we going?
And that's fine. I mean,
so
if we're going to do something, we got to be excited about it. We were looking at some of the other trips that we've got planned, like we've talked about.
Tweaking things.
Yeah, and we just keep getting more and more excited about this.
Well, it's like the one that ends in Barcelona. Like we would get home late Thursday night for him to go to work one day, whereas we could stay and come home
an extra day off.
And then get him home like Sunday night instead of coming home Wednesday night, So we might do that. We'll let you know. Pam, yep, it is spelled J-A-Y-S-O-N.
We're going to have to because I already canceled the hotel.
Oh, and there you go. So we're just trying to decide where we're going to go.
Yeah.
So,
Dr. E on MSC made us both laugh hysterically a number of times.
Well, that's good to know. If you're going to go on MSC, look for Dr. E.
I love what Jeffrey points out here.
I cared a lot about the cruise director when I sailed on Disney with my kids. Disney knew that most cruisers were first time, so the cruise director took time before each ship to explain the next day. Each show, sorry.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a really good idea.
That is a very good point to make.
It is a lot of, I always try to think, I've tried to think in some of the videos I've done for first time cruisers, like what is it that you don't know? But I think it's really hard because for one thing, our first cruise was 11 years ago and things have changed so much since then. Plus time has gone by and I can't remember what I didn't know. Plus I think it varies a lot on where you're going.
It does.
Yeah, it varies where you're going, who you're going with. All of these things impact what you need to know. So that's awesome that the cruise director took time to kind of explain the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for saying that, Jeffrey. Gina says, we booked the Sun for the Grand Mediterranean from Rome. Does anybody have suggestions for a hotel stay? We're going in a few days early. So you know what, Gordon, I should email Gina. But
because I made that list, didn't I?
If you're going to stay over by Termini, like if you want to use the metro all the time, there's that Royal Santina. It's a Best Western hotel. So a lot of times, I hate to say it here, we think of Best Westerns not being quite up to par sometimes. Sometimes they're older and really run down. Maybe it's only the ones I've been to. But there, it's very nice. And the elevator is always going to be working. They have 2 elevators. And if you don't want to lug your luggage upstairs or down, that's a big deal. Because in Europe, number one, not so many places have elevators even.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're the size of a suitcase. And a lot of times they don't work. And so if having an elevator is a big deal, stay somewhere that's like more of an American chain because you're so much more likely to get it, or somewhere way more upscale. Yeah. There's that one we've stayed at before over by Giolides. What's it called? That I'll email them. Yeah. Gordon will help me with my list, you guys.
It's the name of the place that's right there.
It's not like I'll have to look.
Yeah.
But it's handy because it's by Giolides, which is the place in Rome to get your gelato.
The Best Western does have a very good buffet of their own. Restaurant.
Yeah, we've eaten there before. We ate there we've eaten there twice in all these times we've stayed there. But it's really handy. So it's right across the street from Termini. And so number one, there's always a taxi there. It's very handy to get a taxi. You literally walk across the street if you want to use the metro to get around it all. And you can also walk from there, like we've walked from there over to the Colosseum. You go past like Santa Maria Maggiore and a lot of the places. It's the Colonna Palace Hotel.
The other one by Giolides, yeah.
Yeah, Collonna Palace Hotel. So I really like that one. We've stayed there several times. And that one, it's easy to walk.
To the Pantheon.
Yeah, to go see the Pantheon and the Trevi and over to Piazza Navona, all the places there. Yeah. It's really convenient. So I think those are probably my two favorite. There's a couple of others close over by there we've stayed at.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys can probably carry your luggage up if you need to too. Caroline and I stayed over at one over by Republica. I had to find that one. Oh, I'll find that hotel too. I really like.
And we have stayed at the Hilton at the airport the night before the flight leaves.
That's a very nice Hilton, and you can walk to the airport.
It worked out very, very nicely.
It works really, really nicely. And also, so if you're going to stay there a day after your cruise, it works good to take the transfer to the airport, and then you just walk over to the Hilton. But it's a nice Hilton. It's good. So anybody else, throw out your ideas too, because I like to get more ideas from people. Let's see. Bruce doesn't even remember who the cruise director was on a cruise. And you know what? I love that though, Bruce, because we all go, like even on some cruises, I remember cruise directors different, you know? Yeah. So I could not tell you about the cruise director on the Antarctica cruise. We were so enthralled with what we were seeing and the enrichment and all of the stuff we were learning and just the whole excitement of where we're going. I could not tell you about the cruise director at all.
But I remember,
I'm sure that he did a good job. Yeah.
But with the enrichment, there was one of the guys that was the iceberg spotter. He was also a former Navy icebreaker captain, and he told us a lot of fun stuff about that.
He did a really good job. Yeah.
If I'm going to wear socks with sandals or flip flops, I've got to send a picture.
To the kids. I'd be like, can't she control him?
Dad's gone rogue again.
So, yeah, it's fun. Everybody likes your hat, sweetheart, and a lot of people wear them too. Yeah, let's see. Oh, Billy Russell Travel says every time we're on a cruise with Bobby from Royal, it's the best. See, I love that.
Bobby, the cruise director.
I was hanging out with him off the ship in Dallas last weekend. Oh, well, wasn't that fun?
There you go.
That's great. I feel like somebody said something before Gary said that about sending the kids a picture. Okay, wait, right there. It was Christine said she doesn't care who the cruise director is. Doesn't impact her cruise. See, it doesn't even matter. Let's see.
Black and navy wool hats, just like it. Got to keep your head warm. Yep.
So, okay. Thank you. So I got to meet. Gordon has never gotten to meet Code 4 for Life, Don and Scotty before, but they were on the Love Boat cruise, and they're really nice to me. They were really kind. One night I was grabbing dinner by myself at the buffet, and they were up there with somebody else and graciously let me sit by them to eat, so I don't have to eat by myself. But they're really nice. Really nice. Anybody that comes is in for a treat to get to meet them and associate with them. Yeah. Let's see. Royal did the same with their classes. And then made a break with the Oasis class.
Oh, okay.
Turned out to be a winner, but I'm not sure the Sphere will move Princess to a new level. You know, I keep on hearing just people, and so tell me if you just got off the Sun, but it seems like the demographic is a little bit different that we're hearing from the Sun a lot, which is what Princess was hoping for.
That's what they're hoping for, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're not dropping the prices. They're still saying full. So there's still at least a curiosity factor with it, if not more than just that.
Yeah, good to see you, Kathy Warren. Good to see you. Yeah, it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see how it holds. Like all the people trying this new Sun, if they'll be like, oh, let me try more of Princess. If they're like, no, we're good. Yeah, it'll be fun to see. Let's see. Oh, Jeffrey says, Disney has the new Lighthouse Point not well received. Their other island, Castaway Key, is better. You know what? Thanks for saying that. I think that I've heard that as well, that everybody really likes Castaway Key and was expecting a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark said they all had flu-like symptoms.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I'd much rather have this than that. So.
Also, she's saying the Irish group is run by the same Polka Travel.
Out of New York. Wow, Cheryl. Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
That's just fun. It's nice they have things for people to get together and enjoy. Wouldn't river dance lessons be the best, Carrie? Yes, they would be. They would be the best. So Irish and USA, look for hotels near the Trevi. I know a couple right close to there. I'll get them and send them to you, Gina. Yeah, it's really handy. So the Trevi's good. I like there's one that's over by the Pantheon that's really, so like you don't know this until you know this, but you can walk and see like all of those places, like just kind of keep walking that you can see. Well, it depends on where you want to start.
Yeah.
Like my favorite is to start off like with the Coliseum early in the morning, see the Coliseum, go through the Forum, and
Roman
then just
Forum,
keep
yeah.
walking and end over in Piazza. Where am I going? Over in
the
Piazza
wonderful
Navona.
museums that are up there at the top of the hill.
Capitol Lane.
And then go back down as you head over towards the Pantheon from there. And
that would be like the perfect day. That is the perfect day.
We've done it.
I love that day. Yeah. So
stop and get pizza.
Yeah.
Then when by the time you get your Giolitti's after lunch, then you go over to the Piazza Navona and you have your dinner, the shrimp, the crab, the clams, and your spaghetti. Then you walk back over to get Giolitti's after dinner. So yeah.
Yeah. So Carol Huff, nice to see you. You guys talking along. She must be talking to somebody about accessible.
That's part of the tram in Mazatlan.
I clicked 3 times for Never Neverland, but just broke a heel. You guys are so funny. So funny.
Pam says, yeah, this tram still has a ramp for wheelchairs.
That's great.
Yeah.
Are we going to Mazatlan this time?
No.
We're not going there. Otherwise, I was going to get another. We'll look through our footage for more about the tram.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, there's Steve and Bev currently on the Caribbean. Thank you. And watching Ohio State basketball. How fun is that? Wi-Fi is very good.
Okay.
Purchased the Plus package for upcoming Princess Cruises.
Good.
We haven't bought it yet for the Panama Canal, but I think we will.
I think we should.
I have bought it for some others. I think we're going to.
Yeah.
Me, I hate to spend money, but at the same time, I cannot stand for the Wi-Fi to not work the way I want it to. So there's no place like home because they're so awesome. Billy, so see you there. Oh, you're going to go too. Okay, we'll keep our eye out. Or you say hi. How's that?
Yeah, they're already
okay.
There,
so if you're already booked to get in our group, it has to be, I don't know when you booked, Billy Russell, you just, if it's been less than 60 days and you haven't made final payment, then you can email me and transfer it. So otherwise, we're happy to say hey on the ship. Yeah.
Jeffrey says he never takes a shared ride.
To the port or to the airport. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. One time I did a shared ride from the cruise port in Miami to the airport. I did. Gordon wasn't with me one time and I did that. But luckily they went to the airport first because they had to then go to 2 hotels. So let's see. Well, hello there, Sue. Not heard about cruise ship restrictions in Newport, but just got notification from Princess that the Enchanted will no longer call there due to restrictions on cruise ships. So you know what? Last year they started not wanting quite as many to come.
Yeah.
To Newport. I don't think Jeffrey would know. Jeffrey, do you think they've been as vocal? I have not heard them as being as vocal as like Bar Harbor and where's that other place I just told you guys about last week? It starts with a B as well, I think. What was that other port up in Maine? That they feel like they can get
Belfast.
Thank you, Belfast, Maine. So Jeffrey, tell us what you think. And I'll look up Newport as well, Sue. But I'm not surprised at all.
Okay, Carrie's taking off to go get his drink in Alfredo's.
Thanks. Take care.
Yeah.
Carrie, have a good cruise. Let's see. Nick says going on Ruby in July for his mom's first cruise.
Nice.
Oh, you are so nice. Yeah. That's nice of you to take her. That's going to be grand. It is really going to be wonderful. To go to Alaska and get to go in July. It's going to be wonderful. Yeah. I'm excited. So you're probably going out of San Francisco then on the Ruby. I'm glad. Let's see.
Gina's taking note about Sonny.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And tell him we sent you, okay? Then he knows he's still loved.
Yeah. So Pam's talking about in San Pedro, the Crown Plaza and Doubletree shuttles work very well.
Thanks.
But I agree, anywhere else will not take a shuttle.
We'll only do those hotels in San Pedro, close to the terminal.
Because it's just a couple blocks.
It's not very far, yeah. Oh, hey there, Sean. Thank you. A very sexy sounding voice. That's what Gordon told me. It's like, I just need to get better. Thanks so, Sean, you and Alana. Good to see you guys. Really nice of you to pop in. Thank you.
Oh, Wendy had the flu.
Oh, for the flu 12 days later, I was still coughing so hard. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad that you didn't have pneumonia, but my goodness, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Had to do. I'm glad you're better, Wendy.
Who was I talking to that they had to be tested for a possibility of walking pneumonia the other day?
Really?
Yeah, it might have been at church yesterday.
Oh dear. Let's see. There you go. In Rome, stayed at the Imperial Rooms Luxury Guest House next to the Colosseum. There you go. There's another suggestion for you guys. And David and Christy, you guys stayed. Oh, here they are. Lifestyle Suites of Rome, Piazza Navona. Not cheap, but incredible location. Okay, I would stay there.
Yeah,
I would stay there. I have that written down somewhere in my planner that you guys told me that, because Piazza Navona is beautiful. You have 3 fountains there by Bernini. My favorite one is like Fountain of the Four Rivers, like Quattro. What is it like? Quattro Fiumi. At any rate, Italian. I don't speak Italian, but it is a wonderful, wonderful place. And you can go out of Piazza Navona, and it's just like you look at the map. It's just all hooked together, and it's not a long ways. Yeah, it's really very nicely situated. Lifestyle Suites. So there you go. If you want to, yeah, that'd be a really nice place. So, but like that the Colonna Palace, really liked that as well.
Fontana de Quattro Fiumi.
Yeah, Fontana de Quattro Fiumi. So, let's see. William says, I tried to send going on Royal Princess with Dawn in July to Alaska. Well, that will be fun, William. Good job. Yeah, I always worry about Dawn. I hope he's doing okay.
For Lauderdale House Luggage Service.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. That makes it really handy for people.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm glad you guys are saying. So Down Under Cruisers, go follow their channel too. Give them a subscribe. And if you haven't subscribed to us, please hit subscribe. Like, we are this close. We want to get to 27,000 before what how many do we have?
We're 25.7. We're 25.7 right now.
Okay, so we want to get to 26,000 before we go on our cruise.
300.
Let's see.
Tell your friends.
Oh, there you go. Thanks for saying this. Thank you, Jeffrey. Jeffrey says that Newport welcomes cruise ships. So thank you. So you know what? With the they probably had too many people booked that day. I would still like to be a bird on the wall as cruise lines are rolling out their itineraries in advance. I always thought they called first and said, can we come on these days? And that they would.
Thanks for the thumbs up.
That they would be saying, yes, come on and come. Or like, no, we're booked that day. But I'm starting to think they don't. Because they have to keep rearranging.
Yeah. So
maybe they're like, yeah, we've been before. Let's put her down. So, yeah. And I hope they'll start taking that more seriously. Whoever's in charge of that, because it's hard on people when they book a cruise and then they just get taken off. So thanks for saying that so much, Jeffrey.
Did you read a question from Jay? Any nice tips on sailing to Alaska on Discovery Princess in May?
Well,
it'd probably be a little chillier. Going into Glacier Bay, hopefully will be better with a little bit more.
Probably get to see more ice though. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. I always tell people, like, go out on your balcony and enjoy that.
Yeah.
But then also take time to go up on the top and the open decks, because there is so much to see there. It's glorious to look out your balcony, but like when you're somewhere like Glacier Bay and
at the Madeline.
That any other glacier, wherever it is you're going, there is so much to see, like up and all the way around. I always think that's really important. I would definitely keep my eye on all of the things that they offer, because I think the Discovery, they're ones that are likely to have like the puppies in the piazza. Mm-hmm. They run really good enrichment, things like that.
Yeah. You'll have, of course, the park rangers at Glacier Bay. Mm-hmm. Listen to them and turn your TV to the bridge cam to hear it in your room.
Yeah.
When you're in your room.
Yeah. If you're
but when you're outside, you'll be able to hear it.
And then if they like have Libby Riddles come on, she's the first woman to win the Iditarod. Mm-hmm. She does a really good job talking, and you'll really enjoy that as well. She always sells like her book afterwards. So I got her book because I try to support people. But And then, I don't know, just be outside a lot. And don't just be outside like when you're in Glacier Bay or outside when you're at a certain place. Like, you would not believe the beautiful scenery you're going to see being out on the deck or up on top, like in the late afternoon or the evenings. You're going to sail past beautiful mountain ranges, or in the mornings too.
Yeah.
So Alaska is not only just getting to the, like, being at the location that you're going to go visit, but it's so much to see on the way there and back.
The journey. Mm-hmm.
And so keep checking outside. And I would say don't get trapped in, you go on a cruise for different reasons. Everybody does. But I think sometimes people get so wrapped up in wanting to do like all the activities they have in the daytime, unless you're like at that port, that they miss like Alaska outside. And I think that's sad. So be outside. So, and definitely go look outside. So, and Gigi Kalady is going on the Grand to Alaska in May. I'm so excited. So you need to go enjoy Deck 7, that promenade that goes all the way around. Mm-hmm. That is
go
really,
out on the bow.
Yep, yeah. Go out on the bow because you can do that going forward, and a lot to see. We're really happy for you to get to go. So let's see. And anybody wondering, so Mark said, and Tim had mentioned it as well, that with that easy luggage service that they've got there in Fort Lauderdale, you put your luggage out the night before like we're all used to, but then you collect it at your baggage claim at home. So $25 a bag, or $25 per person, he said. So,
and for
Thomas,
Gigi,
good to see you.
Going in and out of, because the Grand is out of Vancouver or to Vancouver. But as you're going down that inland waterway,
inside passage, like the real inside passage.
Right. I'm trying to remember the name of the Ripple Rock. When you go through there, and
you got to be out on the deck and like go as forward as you can. And often, like we've noticed, the naturalist will be out there. So hopefully he or she will be out there so that they, like one time we saw like a whole bunch of dolphins, a lot mm-hmm. of dolphins right there. And see, that's another thing, like all these people are going to be inside eating or goofing around or whatever. And some people will be outside seeing the magnificent part of the journey. So don't miss that. Yeah. That is, I think when we do a group cruise, my favorite part is probably dinner and our get-togethers, because I get to visit with people, I get to know people better, which I love. But the hardest part for me also is having a set dinner time, mm-hmm. because then I'm not outside. So we miss a lot of sailways and we miss scenery, and I don't know the workaround around that. So if you've got flexibility, like go be outside, check what's going to be outside when, and don't miss it. So it's not a bad trade-off. I am happy to do that, but it's just, so let's see. Hanging with the Horde said, love the sun and book the Star for next January.
Good.
I'm sorry, you covered up that
I was
question.
trying to move it up.
I do wish they would add a reservation system for the shows in the app. Yeah. That's a really interesting concept, isn't it? And I'm half and half on that. And probably because, when we went on Norwegian on both the Encore and the Breakaway, they had the system. But if you're either somebody new to cruising or new to cruising with Norwegian, or you just didn't think to do it, like you're not going to go to the show. And I don't know. I think if they add that capability, I don't think they will, because they're having a hard enough time with their dining. But if they did, I think they should make it that if people can book the show for one night, they shouldn't be able to book it for the next night, especially with the limited venues that Sun and the Star have. Yeah. Because I know people that it was like when the Choir of Man was on the Encore, and they got to go to it like it was done 2 nights during our cruise. They went both nights, and there were other people that missed and they couldn't get a reservation. So I feel like that needs to be like fancy programming to be able to make it so everybody gets a chance. Yeah. And then if there's still availability, let the people that went before go. That's cool. Yeah. So let's see.
Do you see this question?
Have we been to the Dawes Glacier in Endicott Arm before? Tammy, a really long time ago. Yeah, we did. I think it was our second cruise. Yes. Yes. And so like be out going in and out.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know? That kind of goes with me of the thing of like, don't get all wrapped up about like all these little activities inside so much that you miss what you came for and what's the glorious scenery. Because like I noticed when sometimes, you know, like when we did Hubbard Glacier on Holland America 2 years ago, as we were cupping up that Disenchantment Bay, there weren't very many people out for a long time until we got right up to it. And then everybody comes to see it. And then they've gone back inside again for sailing, you know, for finishing and then sailing away.
Yeah.
So yeah, Tammy, be outside and enjoy coming in and out and everything.
Well, and it's kind of the same thing in Glacier Bay. You know, when you're there at some of the glaciers, they'll be there, they're jammed for maybe half the time. And then people, I don't know, they lose interest or they dribble away. And to me, I'm just still in awe. So, yeah.
So, let's see. Tim and Cindy are doing the Ruby in July as well. It's going to be glorious.
Lynn's got a question.
When on a land first cruise, can they hold or send ahead cruise suitcase would like to take 2 small rather than 1 large? So the important thing to remember is, Lynn, it kind of depends on like, so you'll notice when you look at these itineraries for the cruise tours that that the train ride can occur at different places during the cruise. And so, for example, we're looking at ones that, and I haven't found one that does it when I want in the time frame we can go, which is disappointing me. But when you first get there, you check, okay, say that your first leg is going to be on the bus. So when you get there to your hotel the night before on the land first, so if you're, whether you're starting from Fairbanks or Anchorage, you're going to check into your hotel. The next day you're going to do stuff, and then you're going to take your bus. So when you get on the bus, they're going to keep your big luggage and take it with you most likely. And on some of these lakes, people tell me they keep the luggage and put it under the bus. But more often than not, I've heard people that tell me, report to me, that it's transported separately, so you catch it when you're at your hotel. So what you want to take with you in your carry-on is just what you need for the day. And if you want 2 smaller suitcases instead of 1 large, this is okay. You can do that. Just keep with you what you want for the day, or something super valuable, like I might not need to be typing on my laptop, but I'm not putting it in my suitcase. And so just kind of look at your stuff that way. When you go on the train, they don't have like those overhead compartments because it's the glass dome train. Mm-hmm. And so it's whatever can fit at your feet. So look at it that way. Otherwise, they're just going to send your luggage on. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. Yeah. Then you can ask me otherwise. Okay, Sandy, love you. She says, love dancing in the piazza. That's like one of the fun parts of a cruise, isn't it? So, Gigi, Kalidi or Kalidi, however you say that. It's their 3rd time to Alaska. Welcome. I know. It never gets old, does it? No, you just keep going. So, Code 4 for Life says, Monkey Island above the bridge on, they're giving them good tips. Yeah. So good. Yeah. On the Grand offers sweeping forward views. Yeah, very much so. It's like you go forward and then you're just walking on that whole area up there. Yeah, it's a really cool place to be. Thanks for pointing that out to them. Thank you. Bet they had a lot more ice than in May. Yeah. Yes. Mm-hmm. With the way the app is, it would be ridiculous to show reservations. And there it is, the very direct answer. Thank you, Thomas. You're absolutely right, though. Glacier Bay is wonderful. From what can you remember? What's the difference between the Dawes and Endicott Arm? Oh, between going
to Glacier Bay or that?
Well, so the Dawes Glacier and Endicott Arm, what you see is partly going to depend on how early you go and how icy it is. But as you sail up, to me, I don't know, to me, Glacier Bay is more of a day, because you enter the bay and there's like scenery from there all the way in, and then you start to see glaciers, and then you turn around back and you've got the chance on the other side of the ship to see the glaciers, but the mountains are spectacular. Yeah. So to me, it's a whole day. Usually they say you enter around 6 and leave around like 3:30. Mm-hmm. And so going into like the Dawes Glacier and Endicott Arm, to me, that's a day, but not as long as of a day.
No, because you still end up at Juneau by mid-afternoon. On the one that we are on.
I don't think that one does.
I don't know on
think
yours. Yeah.
I think you're thinking of a different thing. I think you're thinking of like Sawyer.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So, but to me, it's a day, but it's not near as much of a day. So, because rather than going and seeing several different like viewing locations along the way, it's more of what you see going in and seeing what you're seeing and then going back out again. So that's how I would kind of sum it up. If anybody has a better way to sum it up, put it in the comments or just go ahead and say so. But I think it is fun to see different times. When we were in Alaska in August of 2021, the boat like started having trouble, so we had to turn around and go back. We didn't get to go see Sawyer close up in a small boat. That when I asked this young kid, he was like in his 20s, and he was saying he was like the best guy. He was up front talking, trying to make sure everybody was having a fun time. And so I asked him, I said, when do you think is the best time to come to Alaska? And he said, May. He's like, come in May. So I appreciated that. So got to go in May. So we've been that last week of May before. So this time we were trying to move it up a little bit. So we'll see. But thanks for coming tonight, all of you. It's been really nice to get to talk about cruising with you. It just makes you so excited,
great.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Alaska's just around the corner. Well, hello there, Peter Pan. Okay, I will watch for the email, my dear. It's good to see you all. Thanks for coming. I am really tickled pink. And you know what? Thanks for bringing up Alaska. It makes me so excited. And it makes me really excited that you guys are going to come on the Star Princess to Alaska. It's going to be amazing. So I hope more of you will decide to come. But thanks for coming. And I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.